Hey guys, welcome back to the Dragon Cave. TV the Dragon here, and we're back with a new beginning, The Legend of Spyro, which means we're doing another segment on what. Oh, I'm so nice. On what could happen about the Spyro Remasters. Now, as far as anything really new has come out, other than what was told to us that there's supposed to be something's supposed to happen this month. Other than that, nothing else has been removed or said. A couple of new T-shirts that came out, still featuring the original Spyro. But I really do believe that's just because it is his 20th anniversary, and that's why it's just him. But later in the year, we're supposed to get from First 4 Figures, the ones that are doing the original Spyro statues, or little collectible statues, are also going to do some Legend of Spyro ones as well. Ah, shit. I just got double teamed. Alright, I need you guys to fry. You little bastard. There we go. Now, picking up what I... Shit. Toxic ass water, damn. Yep. Alright, so that's the fire gone. He must have went in the water or something. I don't know. Now, knowing what we know, that supposedly there's supposed to be something this month. I always thought there was something there at the end of that, but there's not. Knowing that, and Activision keeping pretty quiet, other than the fact that shit, I'm not in it today. That freaking snowstorm that hits got me all fucked up. Anyway, knowing that Activision owns the account to Spyro the Dragon on Twitter gives us something, and a lot of people have been talking about it, that this being Spyro's 20th, that there is the possibility of a remaster, because they're hinting at it. They've been greatly hinting at it. Now, in the last video, I thought and said that was going to be the Legend series. I still hold on to that, but I think I have a correction to it. I believe we're going to get our remaster, the Legend series, but I think they will do the first series first. The original Spyro, I do believe they're going to do him first. It makes sense. Get on, get on. Ah, get off. Ah, shit. No. Ooh, that almost got bad. Oh, I got him. You go here, you go over there. Aha! Love these lava pools. This is the easiest level, especially if you have some decent electricity attached to Spyro. This is the easiest level. Where'd you guys? Into the pit. Into the pit. Why you're not going into the... There we go. One. Oh god, you got in that one. That works. Woohoo! That was, oh shit. That was close. Anyway. With that being said, this being Spyro's 20th, I believe that's when they'll do it. Though, I do question why Activision didn't do it when they did Crash. Spyro's 20th or not. Because if you've noticed, and that's one thing I can report on, is if you guys haven't noticed, they've announced that Crash hasn't, or has now been released, or is going to be released. Oh, it's going to hit me. Oh no, I missed me. Good. Has been released for now, the Xbox One, and I believe it was the Nintendo Switch. It was getting a platform. It was also getting a port. Yeah, I was getting a port. Now, that being said, I don't know why they didn't release them together, because that's something I would say they would do, is bring back him. Now, I know this is his 20th, but if you think about it, celebrate the 19th with Sony all together, and then let everybody celebrate for his 20th. Which is one thing that still makes me say that they're still going to be the Legend of Spyro one instead. You know, all the merchandise and all this could be just for the 20th, and we could get a Legend of Spyro remake for this fall. But remember how I've already said this and thought this. Here's my rendition to this. Man, we're smalls. I love these. Skip the cutscene. Man, they are small. I like to see them come back. Useful guys. If they do now, and I'm only basing this off of the fact that First Figures is doing the Legend of Spyro statues later this year, here's my thought on this. Here's my theory. Remember last year, I think it was last year, Modern Warfare got remastered with Call of Duty World War II. You had to buy that on as an extra. And the information we have regarding the Spyro Remaster is that this is supposed to come this spring, or not this spring, yeah, we're supposed to get information in March, this month. And then, yeah, information comes here, and then it's supposed to be released at E3. Here's what I think can happen. Now, what a better time to remake or like restart up a series, but with a remaster. Now, if you hold on to what I'm saying here, back when The Legend of Spyro was made, after the Dawn of the Dragon, we got left off with a pretty decent, we don't know what happened. I mean, we got left that cutscene where Spyro and Cinder are flying through, oh, what was it? Avalar. There we go, yeah, flying through Avalar. All nice, peaceful, and finally happy, you know, world's fixed, all that stuff. You know, Ignitus became the Chronicler. Where's that dynamite at? There it is. You know, we really don't quite know what happened after. Oh, come here. I hate these people. I hate these guys. I hate them so much. Ah, you didn't get me. I'm gonna fry you. There we go. Stay down. Now, knowing this and the fact that there was supposed to be a fourth one plus the movie, which I've already stated, here's what I think can happen. Activision, release the original Spyro one we were all thinking of. Give us the information this month. Like, hurry up and give it to us. That way everybody be quiet. I'm not the greatest fan of the originals, but you gotta hand it. I mean, this is where he came from. Sparks glitched into a wall. I wonder if he's gonna be there forever. Nope, he's behind me. This is the path we came. It's dark. Is it dark on you? Damn, I can see better on my freaking computer screen than what the hell I can. An actual TV. That's sad. I don't think we came this way. Nah, we can't go this way. There's nothing here. Or is there? No, we can't go this way. Not yet. That's got to break first. Okay. Sparks is leading the right way. Here we go. Now, another thing that lead me to say the Spyro Remaster could be the Legend series is because they're talking about revamped flying physics and animations in the game. Now, I've played a little bit of it. Now, I'm not the greatest fan or the biggest, you know, remembrance of the original Spyro from the PlayStation era. I'm not going to stand here and say it. I get stuff wrong. If you do, please tell me. But there really wasn't animations per se like this game. It was more, you know, not cutscenes and stuff. It was more kind of like what you saw in Mario. You know, you run up to somebody, you get a dialogue you can skim through, and then that's about it. Unless they're planning on animating them, which could be the case. Or, if they're going to do something like that, you know, with animations and all that stuff. That's what makes me say the Legend series, because this has the animations. Though they could animate stuff in there. They could revamp the soundtrack, because that's what they did with Crash, which is another thing is what they said we're going to get. Is a revamped soundtrack. Which I like this soundtrack as it is. Don't really know any of the songs from the original series. Don't know. Don't care. Though, if that is the case, now I'm getting off topic when I'm saying this. Now, going back to... Oh, it's another one of these. I don't like you. What I'm saying is, if they release the original Spyro this spring, or like this E3 like they said they was going to, which would be kind of cool. I mean, you know, let's hand it to them. Without Insomniac Games creating Spyro all the way back then, we wouldn't have the Legends or any of that. Any of this, none of this would exist. Cinder, Ignitus, none of them. So let's hand them to that. Because without it, we wouldn't have it. I've honestly never been in this room. Alright, so we got it. Let's give them their due. So what I'm saying is this fall, they might do, because what not a better time to try to revamp the series with a remaster, with like they did with Call of Duty. I didn't even get to release that guy. No, he did. Let's get this one again. What if they were making another Spyro game? They're building up money for this. You know, like all this merchandise is building up project money to be released this fall. Miss him. The man was all left behind. Is there one in here? Yep, he just disappeared over there. They don't need that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if they do that, do what I'm thinking or what they could be doing, make another Legends game. Well, this one got gems. And bugs. Gems and bugs. That's dynamite. Dynamite in the barrel. There we go. Blow this place sky high. Take the bugs with us. That was something I heard at the radio there the other day. This guy in Australia had bugs in his house, so he went and bought a can of roach, or not roach, whatever the hell he had, begone, or whatever the hell it was. He went and bought it, and he wound up blowing up half of his house. That sucks. Off topic once again, but back on topic. Now, we could be getting this because all the t-shirts the statues, now I granted Spyro is popular, but it's an awful lot, because I don't remember there being this much talk or this much merchandise coming out for Crash. I mean, yeah, we had the pop figures, but I don't remember seeing t-shirts, and I definitely don't remember all this much talk. I mean, we had a lot of hype, not gonna lie. I mean, it was very much hyped. I mean, there was a lot of stuff on it. A lot of excitement. But at the same time, there wasn't all this, the t-shirts, I mean, there wasn't. Also, another thing I'm going for is, if you really understand what a remaster to a game series is, I think it's fun. A remaster is basically this, which it's basically as it sounds. It's kind of like a car. Come here. In there. In there. In. Basically, what they do, or what they have to do. Out of the What the hell are you standing on? There he goes. Take your dynamite with you. The remaster is all they do. Oh my god. You're the luckiest little fudger I've ever seen. Hit int. There he goes. Is what they do is they take. Can I stand there? No, you can't. Dumb question. Stupid response. Is they take the game, they break it down, not to its basic form. Basically what they do is they deanimate and then they reanimate in a nice shiny format. Now the reason I'm giving you this info about how a remaster works is because they could have released, and I've already said this earlier in the video, I haven't really touched on it, but they could have released Spyro and Crash together. They could have done that trilogy, or that sextilogy, whatever the hell it's called, together and blew the hell out of the water. Like I said, give PlayStation the 19th year, or, their 19th, give it their thing, but then let everybody that's a fan get. That's right, you fuckers are allergic to ice. Can't hit them. Freeze. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna die. There we go. I gotta boost that. Probably got enough gem to do it. Boost it. Can I get 2 levels out of this? How big the pool? Pool is mighty. Nah, I won't be able to get level 3 out of it. But I can get pretty damn close. Usually I save this for Earthshot. But we're not really... I think this is my sister's old profile. Anyway. I forgot. Can you... That's right, now they bounce. Let's wreak havoc with a little ice shot. Shoot the word. Anyway. Where did that... I can't remember. Can you break those? Break these and get gems out of them? If you can, you hit them. Fall over. Gems out of them. No, let's do that. Not really good for damage. Good for slowing them down. Good for combos. But I think that also hurts for damage. Ha! Pervious to your shit. And bing-a-dang. Anyway, what I'm saying here is what they could have done. What I would suspect they would have done is that they would have released them together, seeing how big they was, or like they were back in the 90s. Release them together. Where's that guy? You know, give PlayStation, you know, its 1 year for its celebration, and then let everybody celebrate for that. Now, the talk is that we're going to get it this year, and then next year is going to be the same. Like, it's going to be like a 1 year thing for, like it was with Crash. We're going to get 1 year of it just on the PlayStation, and then 1 year for, or not 1 year, but then it's going to be multi-platform. Could be the case. Could be the case. But I'm just saying, the opportunity could be here that this fall we could be playing a new Legend of Spyro. Like, oh, I missed. Oh, I hated these guys anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yep, I died. I hated these guys in the Eternal Night, and I hate them here now. I actually wanted to play on the Eternal Night first. Don't hate me for that. That game was bitching. Anyway.
Here we go.
I just started all the way back here. Anyway, we could... This is how this could fall. I mean, Activision isn't done with Spyro. Not even close. Not with all this merchandise and stuff they're doing. There's something more to this than just remaster. Now, a great way to kick off a game series by drawing interest back into it... Okay, there's a platform and there ain't nothing. There's a ledge. Where the hell am I going? Here we go. And a great way... Was it electric these guys didn't like? Nah, it's not electric. There we go, the light. Ha! Sit down. Ha! I remember what it was. Couldn't remember. Ha! Sniper shot. Screw everyone. I can't hit him. I just wasted a bunch of shot being stupid. The hell was that? There we go. Give me a little health. Give me a little magic. Do that. Oh my god. Screw it. Anyway, that's what could happen. You know, this could all be the fuel project for a new Legend of Spyro. I don't think they're going to really try to bring back Skylanders, considering how bad the 6 years? Let me see, started in 2011. We haven't had one since 2016 with Imagineers. That come out last year. Oh, Christmas time. No, it'll be about a year. Yeah, it'll be about a year since we've had a decent, or not, I can't even call them decent, the hell am I talking about? Had a Legend of Spyro, or not Legend, it's been 2008, that'll be a decade. I just reversed, I just turned around, shit. It'll be about that long. Let's see, it's 10 years since the Legend of Spyro. And 20 for, of course, OG PlayStation Spyro, which I don't see how, like, honestly everyone calls it a trilogy. Like, I get it. It came out on PlayStation. The first 3 games came out on PlayStation. Doesn't make it a trilogy. Because there were more games made. I think they ran up to 2004 was the last one made. So I think there's like 14 games made. I don't know. There's a lot of them. The Legend of Spyro is a true trilogy because there's only really 3 of them. Which I don't count. And this could just be me. Oh well, but I don't count a console-only edition of a game a trilogy. It doesn't work that way. A little fire, a little bit of ice. It doesn't work that way. Trilogy means there's only 3 of them. There was a lot more. Just because it changed platforms doesn't mean shit. Now, before we actually enter this, before it's going to get a cutscene, we're going to... Shit. Can I skip it? I can't skip it. Let's just face it. Earthshaw is the best element of this entire game. Let's just face it. Not when it first started out. Let's start there. First starting out is pretty small. Can't use it. That's why I always wait. Shit, I'm gonna die. That's why I always wait, just because it's such an OP element. Nope. You sit back there on your dynamite. I don't think it quite worked. I thought you was like lagged and I was about to come up and get you. You seem to find your way out. Voltsy Earth Shooter, I love their names. This is crazy. I love that owl sound, I love it. Oh, let's see now. What was the way to get up there to those? Can't remember what was the way to get there. I know how to get to this one. This one's here. I think you gotta take these stairs and cross back around. Anyway, I mean, like I said, there's really not much new known. Like, you know, not much has been said. I mean, something's coming, we know that, but I'm just saying, with all the merchandise and everything they're putting into it, I say there's more than just a remaster coming in. I really do. Because this is an awful lot of work and secretive that Activision's doing just for a remaster. Like, I mean, they didn't even hide Crash this freaking game. At least I don't remember them hiding it this well. Like, I remember... I think GameStop ran a freaking magazine 4 months before we even got a trailer about it. I don't know. Wish I could see which way I was going. There's a path here? There's a path here. Cutscene. Anyway. But with all honesty, we could be seeing something new. We could get a new Legend of Spyro coming this fall. You know, give the OG Spyro this, you know, give him the spring. Waste of flesh. You know, give him this. Ah, the lava cannon. Damn. He randomly blew up. Get out of the frickin' fire. You know, you think for a dragon that can breathe fire, you think he'd be pretty impervious to fire, if you think about it. I mean, if you really stop to think about it, you can breathe it out of your mouth. How do you not catch fire then if you can't take it? I mean, I know what you're going to say, they're pouring pure lava on you, but still, you get the concept. You get the idea. Can I fly over these? Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get the bottom gens before we go up top. I mean, t-shirts and all this. I mean, they're gearing up for something. They got... Shit. Well, it doesn't really do that much damage, does it? So I guess I never really got hit by it. I really paid attention to the damage. That's why. But I mean, we were left with the game, you know, not the fourth outcome left us in a pretty big hole of, you know, not... You know. Left us in a pretty big hole of not, you know, knowing, or not really knowing. You know, not, you know, answering questions or shit. I'm so fucking out of it. Oh my god. Oh crap. It's so short. Cheers. It's bad. Gotta get gas tomorrow for my generator in case the power goes out, and it's just Anyway. I really do think we could, there may be both. I could be wrong. It may just be original, or it could be Legends completely by itself. Or hell, it could be both. Because why not? Why not open up the new series? Why not? Why not continue it? Why the hell not? Actually, I forgot to get hit those damn levers. Gotta go back to this platform. Crap. I mean, you know, why not? Do like kind of like what they did with Call of Duty. You're up for a little project, release a bunch of merchandise, you know, because they take a cut from everything that's sold. You know, sell merchandise because it is his 20th. And, you know, make a little money to help fund the project you guys are working on. You know, make that fourth game a reality. You know, put that on the back burner until a later date. Gotta hit the fly button. You know? Camera shot. Come on. Work it. Work that camera. But, you know. That one already been hit. Alright, platform 1. Missing the third one. Oh, that's right. That one's by the freaking mouth. That's right there. There we go. Gotta catch a train. This level was fun.
You don't know how to drive this thing.
How hard can it be? It's on rails.
Oy, famous last words.
Both of them are right. It is on rails, and then they're at the same time. Those are our famous last words. I think this was the whole idea of it. There we go. I just beat the crap out of it. There, just beat the crap out of it. I'm just curious, can you actually sit there and like beat it? There we go. There we go.
Not in this lifetime, pal.
I have to concentrate so hard on this. Come on, catch it back. Come on, catch it back. Ram it. There you go. There we go. Anyway, this level is fun. But you know, that really could be what it could be, you know. It could be it. Or it could be just OG. Or it could be funding another project. Another Legend of Spyro game could be coming our way. Yeah, you can't slow down fast enough. Now you just haul ass. Nope. But anyway, I say anyway a lot. That's just kind of like my thing. Wax through 5 million of these things. See, right here being kind of cool cutscene that you got to do something like actually jump for, you know, or like a time thing. Hang on, like Fry. You know, just a little something different. I believe this is a save. Yeah. So I'm saying this is probably where we're going to end it, since, you know, there's really nothing new to report. Just, you know, just my thoughts on what it could be, you know. It could be original Spyro, or it could be, you know, Legends. It could be both. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of websites have used. Quiet. God damn puppies. Shush! It could be where they're, like I said, it could be both. I mean, there's nothing really new to report. You know, just new thought on it that, you know, it could be both. This later this fall, we could get a whole new Legend of Spyro game. You know, why not? Skylanders failed. OG and Legends did good. They did pretty good for a series. So they could even include, like, you know, give the PlayStation Spyro his run this spring, and then why not combine them? You know, bring some of the characters, some of the enemies, because, you know, well, look, we got this whole game. We fought like apes and all these scorpion things. Why can't we get, you know, Ripto in here? You know, get him to make a comeback in the Legend series. You know, let's make everybody happy. That's what the fourth one could be. You know, mix it all together, a little bit of everything. You know, or they could wind up making a new one, because we know that this fall or sometime this summer at some freaking point there's going to be a mobile Skylanders game. Let's do this. You know, let's keep Skylanders as a TV series and a mobile game thing. Let's give them that, and let's take the console, because Skylanders works as a TV series. It didn't work as a game. The game sucked. It worked as a TV series because I like the TV series. It's actually quite interesting. It works as a TV series. It works as little comics they do, which I don't read. I actually don't read the comics. That's honest truth. And it does work as a mobile game. I don't have any, but they at least got good reviews. So let's do that. All right, Activision. So let's hurry up, get the game released, or at least tell us what's going on, because I honestly do think there's a lot more to this than just a simple remaster. I mean, Activision has worked hard to keep Spyro in the loop. They haven't really worked with Crash. Crash has basically been sitting idle. They've had Crash for about as long as they had Spyro, I think. I don't think they just acquired him back in 2015. I still don't understand why they weren't releasing together. They could have done an orange and purple trilogy thing. They wouldn't have to remaster those games. You could have just done it that way, you know, like a 90s cult classic remaster or whatever it is. You could have done that. And it doesn't take 2 years to reset up a game. It doesn't. I mean, to me, it doesn't. Because all they got to do is strip this away and then make it all shiny. Because if anyone that's played Resident Evil 4 knows it, because that's an HD 60, you know, HDI, or not HD, but, you know, HD 60 complete remaster, and it looks, all it is just a shiny version. That's all they do is just reshine it. And this game's, and especially those ones, yeah, that's what I want. Give me that. It wouldn't be that hard for them to do it, because especially games back in the 90s, like the original Spyro. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Goes down with a bang. Those games weren't much more than an app you can run on your phone, with all honesty. Like, the quality they are, or not the quality, yeah, the quality, and just how much memory was used back then, they're not much bigger. Like, I think the first Spyro game, now don't quote this, I could be entirely wrong, this is me guessing, I think it might be 500 at best megabytes. I mean, you get pictures that are more than that nowadays. I mean, you know, I know they're not a freaking gig. I know they're not. And if they are a gig, it wouldn't be much to remaster. There's not a lot there. I mean, for what they are, there is a lot. But compared to today's standards, they're not. So it wouldn't take 2 years to remaster it. It wouldn't. Now, if they did 2 projects, no, it still wouldn't take 2 years. I was going to say, Crash came out, what, the end of 2016? 2017? I think, I don't remember. Let me see, to acquire, then it would take that year and then release. You know, build up pipe and that stuff. So yeah, Crash is about right there. Because they could have done Spyro, the PlayStation Spyro, they could have already had it done. Like, it could already be sitting there waiting, for all we know. Because it doesn't take long to strip this away and then re-strip it in shiny format. The dialogue's already there, even if you want to, you know, reanimate some stuff or like do some animations. But that one thing's worth saying, you know, it's redoing some animations. There really wasn't animations in those games. You know, it's kind of just like, you know, like Mario, you know. You walk up, you know, you get a little text and everything, and then you go take off. If my memory serves correctly, because I haven't really played them in a really long time. I think the last time I played them I was like 7 or 8. So yeah, it's been a good 13, 14 years since I played them, so memory could serve wrong. Though, I did try to watch some gameplay a couple years ago. I couldn't do it. I almost fell asleep. Not to say, but those games are boring to me. Of course, I like a good deep story. I mean, I like a good open player map, but I like a reason to play it, not just shamble around and collect some keys or some eggs or something. But, I mean, let's give the originals its due. Alright, they're what gave us this. I droned on for another 7 minutes. This is how you increase the video limit. I mean, let's give them to it. I mean, Activision, give them their release. Give it to them. But give us a new game, you know. Give us something that we were taken away from. Alright? Give us this. You know, take this money. Let's build something. Let's build on Legends. Let's go back to this. It could be a great time for a comeback because, like I did a post on Twitter that basically symbolizes today's game market. At least most of it. Most games nowadays, you want a nice deep story mode. You know, and then it's either got a nice deep story or it could have a really decent multiplayer like PUB and Fortnite. You know, it's one of those two. Those are right now the biggest formats. Is a nice deep story that makes you come back, you know, that gets deep, you know, a lot to do. Or, you know, it's those games where you have massive multiplayer where you and all your friends can do it. And the original Spyro games don't fit into those formats. Now, the ones I remember don't. They weren't really that deep. You know, there really wasn't that much to them. These games, they were. But like I said, let's give them their due. Let's give it to them. Let's give it to them this spring, and then at E3, please, dear God, announce a new Legend of Spyro game or something new. Take this money you're making off these t-shirts and all this stuff, because those freaking statues, I looked at them. They stand about 12 inches tall, or maybe bigger than a foot. They come with real gems, at least the OG ones. I haven't really seen what the Legends look like yet. They haven't really posted anything on them. But those suckers are like $350, like almost $500. That's a lot of fucking money. Damn. I mean, take this money you're getting and let's do a project. You know, let's bring some of the old stuff. Like, let's mix it up. There ain't nothing stopping you guys. You know, let's give it to us. Let's not leave these games in the past. Let's move forward. Let's bring it all together. Let's unite the communities. Let's come together. Bring something from Skylanders. Bring something for the originals. Bring some characters. Yeah, bring some characters over from original Spears, like Flame. I think it's him. I read so many fanfiction I can't ever remember who it was. I know Ember was real. I know Ember was definitely in there. I can't remember if it was Blaze or Flame. I believe it was Flame. Let's bring him over. Let's bring some of the elders over. I mean, let's not just leave, you know. Let's get some more adult dragons into the game. Definitely some more females, because, come on. Nothing wrong with Cinder, but why is she like the only female in the entire series? For the most part. Like, even the monkeys and the wolf things didn't even have any. I mean, let's bust this wide open. You know, let's make this big. Especially if you're going to make the new game, make this bitch open world. You know, give us some scarred Pride lands of, you know, where that destroyer walks through the damn place. I mean, let's give us some. Let's unlock some of Spyro's backstory. What happened to their mother? Let's please make Ignitus his father. I mean, if you look at the horns and the way they're shaped, call it coincidence. I call bullshit. Ignitus was Spyro's father left and right. His birth father, at least. Let's bring them back in. They've been out for a while. I drove on for another 3 minutes. Alright guys, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Now, I know I haven't really done a walkthrough on anything in a while, but that's because money's been tight. I mean, I don't do this as a full-time job yet. I'm hoping to at some point. I'm hoping to get you guys and everybody on board. I mean, I want to do this. I'd love doing this. I want to put myself through college doing this. I mean, I want to do this. I mean, this is something I want to do. I'd like to build a community. I'd love to have, you know, I'd love to have the internet to stream, get like a whole bunch of you guys together, play some damn games. Let's build a fucking community. I mean, let's do this. I need to stop stuttering. That's one thing that needs to go. But anyway, guys, remember to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in Dragon Camp again. Have a good one, be safe. Stay out of trouble.